eclectic mix of bots in Heat D tonight, including Gepäck, Gravity, Bloody Murder Weapon, Infinity, Scrap 2 Saw, Tough as Nails. But first, Cyclone and Amok in our opening round fight here tonight. In addition to looking a bit like a see-through cake tin on wheels, Cyclone has some nasty rotating teeth, which they're hoping to use to bite their opponents down to size. Amok is another toothy robot with its blades on that chain that goes around its body. Unusual design this one, and I'm not confident the weaponry is going to cut it. Under the auspices of RefBot, our two teams prepare to do battle in our Robot Wars arena. And they'll be joined by Dead Metal with the pincers and circular saw blade, and Matilda with the butterfly wings, and slightly more devastatingly, the flywheel and flipping tusks. Here we go, activate is called, and our first match is underway. Amok making a good charge there, getting caught on the arena floor spinner, which activates briefly at the start of each match. And it looks like the teeth on the spinner may have done damage to Amok already. This one's over before it started. Dead Metal now coming in. Matilda, likewise, in the corner patrol zones, the CPZ. The house robots are allowed to come into action, and Amok, unfortunately, grinding to a halt. In that corner, Matilda's flywheel, sending them up on the side for a moment there. What a cruel twist of fate. Oh, a little bit of life back in Amok now, perhaps. Are they running Amok? Are they running at all? The RefBot doesn't seem to think so. Possibly the easiest victory in Robot Wars history, this one. RefBot starting the count to 10. Which will eliminate Amok from this match and from the competition. I've never seen anything like this. They drove over the arena floor spinner, and the teeth on the spinner must have taken out something underneath, perhaps the removable link, perhaps the drive chain, I don't know, but whatever it was. What a bizarrely quick match. The team behind Amok have to be devastated at that one. Dead Metal cares not for your devastation. Bringing down that circular saw, sparks flying. Oh, look at that. Well, at least Jason Voorhees seems to be enjoying himself. Onto the arena floor flipper now. Amok about to become a flying robot, but only temporarily, I suspect. Up and down. Well, you may as well find your fun where you can, haven't you, Jason? Oh, and another big blow from the flywheel tail of Matilda there. Have a look at this. Soaring through the air. It's a reasonably decent distance and height on that one. Matilda now activating the pit release button, the pit of oblivion now descending. The house robots giving everyone a little tour of almost everything you can encounter in our Robot Wars arena. Pit, 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 pit. It looks like they're going to get it. And they're giving Cyclone the honours. How very magnanimous of the house robots. Oh, Matilda just giving a little shove at the end there. Amok defeated, Cyclone go through. As if there was any question, ladies and gentlemen, there's confirmation that Cyclone are through to the semi-final round tonight. Up next, Tough as Nails and Scrap 2 Saw. Scraptusaur, a returning robot. Of course, they previously competed as Scraptusaur. A little pun in there, as well as a pneumatic flipper. Well, I appreciate both, actually. I don't know about you guys. Tough as Nails back for more as well, of course. They have a pneumatic arm on the front of their robot that acts as a kind of a clamp, if you like, to really put the squeeze on their foes. Our Roboteers looking on, hopeful. Could this be their match? They certainly may have found their match in Mr. Psycho. And Dead Metal back in the arena for a second time tonight. Alright, here we go. Two veteran robots here. Let's see what they can do to one another. Scraptusaur, unfortunately, as you can see, they're exactly the right size to fit between the pincer arms of Tough as Nails, but unfortunately Tough as Nails not reckoning with the flipper here. Let's have another look at this flip. Whoa! Nice! Poor driving from Scraptusaur, however, straight into Dead Metal's CPZ. I'm going to want to avoid that. Oh, nice. Another beautiful flip from that flipping arm there. Tough as Nails on the ropes. Going to have to put in a little bit of legwork here to turn things back around again. Scraptusaur missing with that flip there. Tough as Nails not moving, perhaps. You can't flip them with that end, Scraptusaur. You have to turn around. You have to get them with the front. A little puff of what looks like white smoke. That's actually CO2 venting from the flipper of Scraptusaur. Pneumatic flippers often have a limited supply of CO2, but it would appear that Tough as Nails has a limited amount of time left in our war zone. They're being counted out as immobile. And there we go. Second immobilization of the night. So at least this time around we got a little bit more of a fight. And we certainly got to see what Scraptusaur can do. I was very impressed with the flipper arm. Speaking of arms, Mr. Psycho raising Tough as Nails up high. Oh, he is a gruesome fella. Mr. Psycho considering what to do now with Tough as Nails. He likes to play with his food. I think he's placing them under the drop zone. Big steel kegs loaded up high above the arena. They're not going to be high above the arena for very long, I can tell you that much. And down they go, clank! Onto Tough as Nails. Let's hope they were. You'd have to be to withstand that kind of blow. Those kegs are not light, ladies and gentlemen. Speaking of not light, Mr. Psycho, the super heavyweight, activating the pit. Looking to take out the trash. Whoa, hold on. Tough as Nails is back alive now. Well, it's too late now. You've already lost. They're quite attached to that keg, it seems. A cat and mouse game now between Tough as Nails and Mr. Psycho, but unfortunately against this cat, the big cat. You're always going to get the claws. There aren't many claws bigger than Mr. Psycho's, that much I can say. Tough as Nails doing their level best not to go down the pit. Dead Metal there, almost going in. Teetering and tottering now there, and down they go. All irrelevant at this point, of course. We already knew that Scraptusaur was through to the semi-finals. A fun showing by the Tough as Nails team. Unfortunately, not enough to get through, and here's confirmation of that. Up next, Infinity and Bloody Murder Weapon going at it. Bloody Murder Weapon may very well have the best name in Robot Wars history. It also has a spinning frame that has not just offensive but defensive properties too. Infinity. Lovely little space-themed design to its outer casing there, but it's the axe on top that's the real talking point. Our robot is looking hopeful and happy, but our house robots are all too happy to wipe the smiles off their faces. Dead Metal, third fight in a row this evening. He must be getting exhausted. Mr. Psycho back for his second fight too. Third battle of the evening now underway. Bloody Murder Weapon. Not quite getting that rotating frame going. Looks a bit like my nan's washing line. Infinity, to Infinity and be gone? Not a whole lot of movement from Infinity. This is the heat of immobilization so far. Well, that's how it's looking if Infinity can't get control back in their machine. And Refbot certainly seems to think the same way. Mr. Psycho already coming in for a look. He can't attack legally in the middle of the arena until Refbot's countered Infinity out, but that looks like a formality now. Deary me. Another count-out victory here, this time for Bloody Murder Weapon. Mr. Psycho's had enough of these robots. Coming in here, acting the big I am. And then, oh! An axe right in the mouth. Oh, and there's one in the eye. I think that hammer blow from Mr. Psycho to the top armour did more damage than that middling-sized axe did to Mr. Psycho. Onto the floor flipper now. Oh, look at that. Beautiful skidding to a stop there. Our house robots have no time for these cocky robots. They act tough, but they can't even move when we want them to come together and have a fight in the middle of the arena. That's the whole point of you being here, lads. Mr. Psycho with the hammer once again. Dead Metal bringing the sword down. Well, what can we say, ladies and gentlemen? That lovely black painted framework. Infinity's bearing. Now bashed, bent, scraped, saw-bladed, hammered, pincered, walloped, trashed, thrashed, bashed, crashed, smashed. You ever feel like it just wasn't worth getting out of bed and bringing your robot at all? Bloody Murder Weapon go through to the semi-final round as the house robots do a victory lap. What a pair of bullies. Confirmation then of how the semi-finals are looking so far for the final spot in the semi-final round. Up next, Gepäck versus Gravity. Gepäck is Gepäcking some rather meaty ramming spikes. It's also an invertible design, so flipping robots won't do a great deal to it. Gravity has a lifting arm mounted on the front there. It's got a great design, great weapon, and great speed. But I'm not confident if flipped it could self-right. Speaking of confidence, our robot is looking hopeful that they'll be able to get that last semi-final place here tonight. Sergeant Bash with his flamethrower and claw to beat some of that confidence out of you, and so too did Sir Killalot, the Lord and Master of the Robot Wars arena. Both these robots fairly nimble, quite manoeuvrable. Interesting clash here. The lifting arm, potentially the more dangerous weapon of the two. But Gepäck is an invertible robot. It can run both ways up. This may end up being a war of attrition. Which robot has the better pushing power? Which robot has the better staying power? Which robot has the better lasting power? Mind you, I have to say I wouldn't particularly like getting those ramming spikes jammed in this side. Those funky glasses. How can you see? Sunglasses indoors? Are you mad? Real battle here. Both robots trying to gain the upper hand. You saw the tyres screeching away there, the smoke coming off them. Burning rubber on the Robot Wars arena floor. Oh, look at that. The torque, the power behind these machines. Gravity, of course, doesn't want to hold Gepäck against the arena wall for too long because Refbot will be forced to break them up. Nice flip there, well placed, well timed. Sergeant Bash blocking Gepäck in the corner. Excellent strategy and solid driving by Gravity. Staying on top of their opponents here. Both these teams veterans. Sergeant Bash with the claw cutting through Gepäck, or trying. In fairness to them, that's very impressive top armour, which on an invertible robot you need because it could at any moment become bottom armour. You certainly want to protect the inner workings of your robot. And make sure they don't become outer not workings. Oh, up against the arena side wall there on its side. The longer the fight goes on, the more, to me, this seems to go in favour of Gravity, but it's going to go to the judges. What do they think? Our team of judges consists of Martin Smith, Matt Irvine, and head judge Professor Noel Sharkey. They'll be judging this fight based on style, control, damage, and aggression. When a winner isn't entirely clear-cut, when there's no knockout blow or no immobilization, they have to pick the winner. Our esteemed judges have made their decision, and they've chosen in favour of Gravity. So, that's confirmation of round one's winners and losers. Let's see how they line up in the semi-final round of the heat. Coming up in a bit, we have Bloody Murder Weapon taking on Gravity, but up next, Cyclone versus Scrap2Saw. Now, both of these robots got quite decisive victories in their first bout here tonight, but we're yet to see what Cyclone can really do. This is going to be the testing grounds for that robot, ladies and gentlemen. Scrap2Saw were mighty impressive enough for me in the short time they had against their opponent. Always impressive is the lovely Matilda, just in her own special way. And Sergeant Bash, well, I mean, if you don't think a flamethrower is impressive, I don't know what to tell you. Semi-final round now underway. Scrap2Saw straight in on the charge. Cyclone trying to get out of harm's way to no avail, though. A beautiful flip. Cyclone already in danger here. And another flip there. Cyclone have mobility, but not very much, it looks like. And unfortunately, they're stuck in the CPZ with Sergeant Bash. It looks to me like Scrap2Saw are trying to get them on the side. Certainly they'll have reduced mobility if they can pull that one off. That definitely appears to be Scrap2Saw's plan here, doesn't it? Get them up on the side where they can't really maneuver. They're tentatively trying to find the best angle to get under Cyclone. Ground clearance is such an important part of any robot's design here in Robot Wars, and that is why, ladies and gentlemen, is there any coming back from that for Cyclone? Beautiful strategy from Scrap2Saw. Clearly, that was what they were going for all along. How's Cyclone going to get back from this? They're going to have to see if they can weeble, wobble, and rock and roll themselves back onto either side, but it may be by the by. If the ref bot counts that out before that point, Scrap2Saw's opened the pit in readiness. I think they're weighing up whether to just take them straight there. That's a risky strategy. I'd go for the count out. Oh, so very close there. One or the other of those two robots very nearly in, but in the end, Cyclone down the pit. Scrap2Saw, brilliant performance in this fight. A deserved victory there for that team. On to the second semi-final of the evening now, ladies and gentlemen, as Gravity takes on Bloody Murder Weapon, as he's going to join Scrap2Saw in the heat final. Now we know Gravity is capable of pushing a robot all around that arena and flipping it about. Bloody Murder Weapon never really got its spinning frame up to speed in its first fight. This could be a decisive match for them. And Sir Killlot is happy to make any fight decisive when he's present. And so too is Growler here for the first time tonight, with that gaping maw of a jaw. This one then, for the remaining heat final spot. Bloody Murder Weapon trying to get that spinning frame up to speed. And Gravity not allowing them to do so. Once again, using the strategy of pushing their opponent around the arena, pinning them to the side walls. Bloody Murder Weapon briefly against the arena angle grinders there. Into Growler's corner patrol zone now, and Growler is one doggy you do not want to stop and pet. He was never given any discipline by his owner, Mr. Psycho. He doesn't know how to fetch sticks, only how to fetch torn up bits of robot. The arena spinner activated there, as you could see. Neither robot really putting that to much use in this fight. Growler, once again, the jaws open and waiting for Bloody Murder Weapon. Growler hanging on. Oh, just look at the way Growler whips them into the wall there and spins them round. Growler is the fastest house robot and also one of the strongest, but don't tell the rest I said that. They'll only come after me. Gravity making a mockery here of their opponent, pushing and shoving. Sir Killlot in now. Bloody Murder Weapon looking dazed and confused into the pit release button. That might be their only hope of winning this one. If Gravity somehow accidentally trips and falls into the pit. Because I can tell you right now, I don't think Bloody Murder Weapon are going to be pushing them anytime soon. The strength of Gravity is impressive. Excellent control from that robot. The flow of both of Gravity's fights has been completely and utterly controlled by them. They're using the arena to their advantage, and they're taking their opponents around all the hazards, including the house robots. If Bloody Murder Weapon can hang on for the next 5 or so seconds, this one's going to go to the judges. But if you ask me, it's entirely academic. Oh my goodness, the hurl there from Kilowatt. Not a great lasting impression for the judges to mark you on. If Bloody Murder Weapon win this, I'll be bloody amazed. I'll put it that way. The judges have made their decision based on style, control, damage and aggression to the surprise of no one. They've gone for gravity. So that's confirmation of how the semi-finals went down, which means our final round bout here tonight is between Scraptusaur and Gravity. On a battle of the flippers. Both of these teams have been very impressive for my money. Either one of them would be a worthy heat winner. But there can only be one. And Matilda is here to determine who that one will be. And so too is Dead Metal. He's rested up and he's ready to go. And the heat final now underway. Two robots meeting in the middle of the arena. We know what Gravity's strategy has been. Push the other opponent around. Oh, but it could be all over now. Can Gravity self-right? Well, they don't need to. If Scraptusaur are going to right them. Scraptusaur love to play it risky. Victory assured in their earlier fights with Cyclone, and they just didn't want to get that immobilization victory. Twice now they could have had Gravity defeated via an immobilization counter. I think they're trying to get them flipped out of the arena. Dead Metal sawing, puncturing those tyres. Oh, slashing straight through there. Look at the big gash in that tyre there. I think Gravity's team know it's all over for them. Oh, Dead Metal, what have you done? Do it again, mate. It was great. Scraptusaur offering Gravity up to Dead Metal like you might throw a defeated enemy at the foot of a king. As Refbot counts Gravity out. We've said it time and again, ladies and gentlemen, if you set foot, or track or wheel rather, in the Robot Wars arena and you don't have a SREMEC, a self-righting mechanism, that sort of thing is what happens to you. Matilda's flywheel tail being used to devastating effect there. The house robots now are going to have their fun. Carefully positioning the fallen bot on the arena floor flipper. You see the CO2 canister there, thoroughly dislodged. Oh, look at that! Venting the gases everywhere. Oh, look at that bottle fly! That's marvellous! Oh, that's wonderful. What a great visual. Oh, Matilda coming in for another little ram with the tail there. There is not a great deal of gravity left here. Look at that bottle go. That's spectacular. I wouldn't hit that with your tail if I were you, Matilda. Oh, Dead Metal just skirting the edge of the pit there. The bottle straight down there. Fantastic. What a great heat final. Gravity, though, about to feel the effects of its namesake as it goes down, down, down the pit. And out of our competition. Goodbye. Scraptusaur, your heat finalist and heat winner here tonight. They're joining Lizard, Philippa 2, and Crabbot in the series grand final. Next time, it's the last of our heats, and there's only one spot up for grabs. Who is going to be the winner of Heat E? Don't ask me. It's all double Dutch to me.